On the western shores of the Great Rift Valley, where the shimmering expanse of Lake Dembel, commonly known as Lake Zaiwe, meets the bustling streets of Batu City, a religious spectacle unfolds every January that is unlike any other in Ethiopia. While the festival of Timket, the Ethiopian Orthodox Epiphany, is celebrated with grandeur in the historic citadels of Gondar and the capital of Addis Ababa, the celebration in Batu offers a profound, water-bound intimacy that bridges ancient island mysteries with the vibrant culture of the Oromia region. To understand the uniqueness of the Epiphany on Lake Dembel, one must first appreciate the sacred geography of the region. Lake Dembel is not merely a body of water, it is a spiritual sanctuary. Within its waters lie 5 volcanic islands, most notably Tulugudu, which houses the ancient Mariam Sion Monastery. Local tradition and historical accounts suggest that during the 10th century incursions of Queen Yodit Gudit, the Ark of the Covenant was brought from Aksum to this very island for safekeeping, remaining hidden for 7 decades. This protector legacy is carried forward today by the Zay people, the indigenous islanders who have preserved their unique Semitic language and Orthodox traditions for centuries. The festivities begin on January 18th, the eve of Timket, known as Getera. In most Ethiopian cities, the tabots, consecrated replicas of the tablets of law, are carried from parish churches to a central water source. In Batu, this procession takes on a literal journey to the source. As the sun begins to dip behind the horizon, casting a golden hue over the acacia trees, the streets of Batu City erupt in color and song. High priests, draped in heavy brocade robes of crimson, gold, and emerald, emerge from the city's churches. They carry the tablets atop their heads, wrapped in layers of luxurious velvet to shield them from the eyes of the laity. Above them, a canopy of velvet umbrellas, fringed with gold and sequins, creates a moving forest of embroidery. What makes Batu's Ketera unique is the confluence of the island and mainland traditions. While the city's tabots march toward the shore, the island monasteries prepare their own sacred relics. Small traditional boats known as tankwas, fashioned from papyrus stems, and modern motorboats begin to dot the lake. These vessels carry the island priests and their tabots across the water, converging at the Batu shoreline. The meeting of the island tabots and the mainland tabots at the water's edge is a poignant symbol of unity, representing the survival of the faith through centuries of isolation. As night falls, the atmosphere shifts from the jubilant noise of the procession to a deep meditative stillness. Under the vast starlit sky of the Rift Valley, a night-long vigil is held at the lakeshore. The tabots are housed in temporary tents, and the air becomes thick with the scent of frankincense and the rhythmic chanting of the Zema, liturgical music. At approximately 2 a.m., the Eucharistic liturgy begins. The depteras, cantors, perform the wared, a complex rhythmic dance involving the swaying of prayer sticks and the clashing of sistra, handheld percussion instruments. Unlike the concrete pools of Gondar, the font here is the living, breathing Lake Dembel itself. As dawn approaches on January 19th, the ceremony moves to the water's edge for the blessing of the waters. The head priest dips a golden cross into the lake, effectively sanctifying the entire body of water. This is the climax of the Epiphany. In a sudden burst of energy, the quiet prayer is replaced by a rush of thousands toward the shore. The most iconic image of the Batu celebration is the sight of the faithful plunging into the lake. Because the celebration happens on a natural lake rather than an artificial pool, the scale is immense. Worshippers in their traditional white netelas, cotton shawls, wade deep into the water. Some dive from the bows of papyrus boats, while others are sprayed by priests using hoses or buckets of blessed lake water. The uniqueness here lies in the integration of the lake's ecology into the ritual. It is not uncommon to see the colorful ritual umbrellas reflected in the water alongside the lake's famous bird life, pelicans and storks who seem to join the congregation. For the Zay people and the residents of Batu, this water is the source of their livelihood through fishing and agriculture. To see it transformed into a river Jordan reinforces a deep spiritual connection to their environment. The Epiphany in Batu is also a profound expression of Oromo culture. While the liturgy is conducted in the ancient tongue of Gez, the communal celebrations are infused with the sounds of the Oromo people. After the religious ceremonies, the streets of Batu become a stage for horseback displays and traditional dances. The youth of Batu, dressed in their finest clothes, engage in songs and games that have been passed down for generations. The celebration acts as a peace bridge, bringing together people from the surrounding highlands and the lake's islands. In a country of diverse ethnicities and deep history, the Batu Timket stands as a testament to how faith can be localized, taking on the specific scent and color of the land it inhabits. By mid-morning, the tabots begin their journey back to their respective churches. This return is even more celebratory than the arrival. The crowds double in size as the residents of Batu are joined by pilgrims who have traveled from as far as Addis Ababa. The procession moves slowly, stopped every few meters by groups of Sunday school students or local youth performing choreographed dances. The rhythmic beat-beat pause of the large kibero drums echoes against the shopfronts of Batu. It is a marathon of joy, sometimes taking several hours to cover just a few kilometers. The Epiphany on Lake Dembel is more than a religious ritual. It is a living museum of Ethiopian history. It encapsulates the survival of the Zay people, the ancient mystery of the Ark's journey, and the vibrant modern energy of the Oromia region. To witness Timket in Batu is to see the River Jordan flow through the heart of the Great Rift Valley, proving that in the waters of Lake Dembel, the past is never truly gone. It is simply renewed every January.